Hey guys, Nemesis E here, bringing a Super Flat Water World. And well, today we're still working on just clearing stuff out. Otherwise, we have it all blown out. Did a lot of AFKing for some TNT. And then you're probably wondering why my levels are low. You're like, yeah, I did a lot of enchanting. I'm like, yeah, sure, I did some enchanting. No, I did some enchanting because I died. Had a perfect storm. Basically, one ghast standing next to, pretty much in between like two TNT. And I think there might have been a second ghast off in the, grassy knoll kind of thing. So basically, it said I got slain by a ghast, so I think the first ghast lit the TNT, or the same ghast lit the TNT, shot again, and then, yeah. So the TNT weakened me enough to where the ghast was able to one-hit me. So, kind of sucks. So I lost my pants and I lost my Silk Touch pick. Lucky that was all I lost, so I replaced them. Otherwise, I think I had protection pants. Now I got projectile protection, and yeah, I think the Silk Touch and all that got a little rearranged, but whatever. I was able to replace my stuff. And then I got the 100 levels, so I'm like, I want to grind out levels. I killed the Enderman until I hit level 100, and yeah. It's like, alright, I'm done. I don't care anymore. The 4 extra levels was AFK fishing. For the last bit of TNT, which I have actually a decent amount now for extras. So, as I've just been doing this, where are we at? Yeah, since last death, 0.84 days. Did I tell you the recent deaths, or no? No, it just says whatever. Otherwise, we are 8,500,000 netherrack, and still counting. So basically, I've just been working on all this. Cleaned out a lot of the floating stuff above, like the bigger lakes here. Well, it's not even a lake, but bigger holes. So, yeah, working on that. Was going to end up getting a side project going, but kind of fell through. Used to, as a kid, I don't know, between like 6th grade and somewhere in high school, many years of working at the local flea markets, and met someone out there, known him for at least 20 plus years, and he had a booth out there, or has a booth out there still for now, and basically, he sold with another guy, selling comics and cards and, like gaming stuff or whatever, art cards, all that kind of stuff, sports cards. And he's the friend that I had that had cancer, so he's cured of that now. But he's thinking about getting rid of the booth, and he asked me and another friend to, if we wanted it. So I decided to go out there last Saturday, take a look, see how the local, flea market's going, see if it's worth it. Taking a look at this booth, seeing what, if I'm taking it over, seeing how much money I got to put into it, if I got to restock it, that kind of thing, which would have been the case. I would have had to restock stuff, buy some Pokemon packs and other stuff, and kinds of nerdy little kid geek stuff kind of things, and so I sit there and I'm out there. The weather's like perfect for out there. I mean, back in the day, the flea market would just be packed. Be hundreds of thousands of people out there on a day like that, and I'm out there, and I'm, his sister's running it for now because he's still having a little bit of issues here and there with the health. Nothing, just more pain. I don't know if it's, I don't want to, like, be a jerk, but I think it's a little bit in his head, and he's having mainly anxiety attacks, not really pain, but he's saying it's pain. So I think, the scare of cancer and all that kind of stuff just kind of got to him, kind of thing, and maybe some of the medications too, kind of not really helping. Either way, I mean, I'm not trying to say he doesn't or does have, anything wrong or not wrong. So yeah, I'm out there talking to her, ask her when is it busy, that kind of thing, and she's telling me, like, certain times, like, oh, okay, so basically I stick around for an hour out there, walk from one side to the other, and I'm like, alright, maybe time I get back to the booth, it'll be fairly picked up. I don't know, I think I was out there for an hour and a half, and I'm like, it's still not any good, because the farmer market portion, where, like the fresh produce and all that, is out there, it's like, usually that's always packed. It's like standing room only. Well, I walk down that section, and a lot of the vendors just kind of standing around twiddling their thumbs. I'm like, it's not looking good. If people are coming even out here for the produce, might not be worth it. So I go back, talk a little bit more, because she hasn't seen me, even though I've been by the house a few times, in the past, like, month or two. I just haven't been by, because the last time we hung out, he supposedly had a, fit of pain and flipped out, and I just, public stuff like that, I'm not, one of those things. I don't like flip outs, especially if you're a friend of mine. If you're gonna flip out and make me look like a fool, yeah, I'm gonna avoid you for a while. But I've been talking to him, like, on Diablo and Hearthstone, the places the Blizzard app, so it's like not a big deal. But like I was saying, I'm out there talking, and it's like, alright, we got out here before it's hot. And my consensus was, well, the local farmer's market slash flea market is pretty much on its last legs. It's dying. And so I sent him a text. I'm like, nah, man, I'm going to pass. Because like I said, he asked me and another friend, and I told the other friend that works with me at the pool hall what I thought. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much, you put money into it and it's going to break even, and it's a waste of time. So basically it'd be, the way they got it is like, you have to be out there for 10 hours on Saturday and basically 9.5 hours on Sunday. And I'm like, I'm not down for that anymore. I mean, I did that as a kid, with my folks out there for years, and nope, not gonna do it again. And especially if it's dying, where a nice day that's only in the 90s should have hundreds of thousands of people, and it's just nobody out there. It's like, no, that's a bad sign. So I tell him this. He shoots a seems to be angry message to my other friend. It's like, oh, I guess you're not taking it. Oh, okay. I discover that he's unfriended me on the Blizzard app, and I'm like, really? I'm like, when the first time he did it, yeah, I quit like all Blizzard products, for like, I don't know, years, because the last thing I played was like, at the time was, well, with him was wow. So I mean, it was, you know, multiple years kind of thing. I mean, the last expansion I played legitimately was Wrath of the Lich King. So it's, yeah, been a long time. And so I'm like, okay, tell my friend this, and he sends him a message going basically the same thing and no response. So we're thinking of like, he's mad because we don't want it. It's like, what kind of nonsense is that? It's like, are you mad that we don't want it? Or are you mad that I went out looking, you know, seeing what's needed? I mean, you have no idea why I went out there. I mean, I didn't tell him I was going out there to go see what it needs. I don't know. So it's like, because originally I'm like, what do you want for it? I'm like, depends on how much it is. And he's just like, well, if it's going to be such a hassle, I'll just throw everything away. I was like, you just said getting rid of the booth, and you didn't tell me a price. I'm thinking there's a price, and then he's like, nah, I'm just giving it away. It's like, you're giving it away. There's a hidden price, because this is our friend, in fact. I mean, we know he's always got a hidden price. We consider it his type of math, and his type of math usually ends up in his favor, and we get royally screwed sometimes. But so yeah, it's like nope, gonna pass. He gets mad. I don't know if it's because, you know, went out there, or it's because we're passing on it and he wants us to like keep it going or something. I don't know. We figured if we ran it, he's gonna want free stuff. You know, it's like, oh, I want a box of magic cards because I gave you the booth. So you're gonna have to give me the box of magic cards. You're gonna have to do this because I gave you the booth. And he's just pulled it over our head, just like, no, it's another underlying expense that we don't want to deal with. So we're passing. And we didn't tell him this because we know it's going to happen anyway. So why even go through the trouble of doing that? So it's like, okay, so you're mad. Whatever. I don't get it. It's like, you're giving it to us for free. And, you know, probably going to have to toss you cash or something anyways to keep you happy. Because I was already thinking about it anyways. Like, okay, well, get it up and running, toss some cash, whatever. And then it's like, no, it's too ran down. Now, you know, the booth and all that. So I didn't want to deny, you know, the truth on that one. So it's like, no, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I mean, if it was back in its heyday, sure, but like now, I mean, if he asked me, oh, why did you want the booth, blah, 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 I'm like, dude, you can fill it full of Power 9, $100 bills, whatever. I still wouldn't take it for free. I mean, it's in that, you know, flea market that's dying. It's like, no, I'm good. I'll pass. So I don't know. We're kind of friends, kind of looking around different spots that may or may not need a comic shop. I mean, don't have a lot of cash right now. I'd have to sell a lot of things off to get said cash. But I don't know. We're just kind of floating the idea right now, but there's nothing permanent. No permanent idea, so. Yeah, one of the big chasms. But, yeah. That's what I've been doing. I think I told you about the one kids, the 2 kids that were drinking by the door, and then we caught them like 15 minutes later. Yeah, one of them came back today, and supposedly doesn't speak English. And because there was another guy there, you know, translating for him. Apparently he's Ukrainian, but when we told him to leave the first night, he called his friend a curse word, because I know a lot of the curse words in different languages. Called him a curse word, smacked him, and basically looked like told him to get into his other friend's car. It's like, yeah, seems to be perfect English to me. So he's just playing dumb, thinking he can stick around. It's like, that's a new one on me. Never had anybody, I mean, even some of the folks that we've had language barriers for before, they stopped what they're doing and they behaved. It's like there's the 1 or 2 friends that do understand and all that, but like I said, he even that night, he sit there and said, "Oh, we weren't inside." So it's like, yeah, that seemed like English to me when he said we're not drinking. You know, we're not going inside. Yeah. Since the manager was there, so he's like, "Oh, I'm playing stupid." No, man, you're not stupid. Stop that. Stop acting like it. So told him again, don't come back. Especially, well, it's mainly because he's underage drinking. And he's sitting there saying, "No, it's not me. I was not drinking. It's like, dude, you're in the car driving a minor around that's drinking. Either way, you or not, you're still part of your problem. Your friend, dang it, got you kicked out." I hate when I do that. Another repeat offender, one of the girls that, I think I told you, she was on the darts, caught her drinking out of her friend's pitcher or whatever, and it's like, "Oh, I don't have a purse." So what's that, right? And then the friend's like, "Oh, she's got one right here." So, sitting there, she sees me, does a whole, like, goes out the back door from the front door, and I'm like, okay. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, giving you the second chance. And one of the regulars comes in and goes, "Hey, there's girls out there, and they're doing the whole right fist drink, left fist drinks," which means, you know, it's like, take a swig of the soda, take a swig of the alcohol, or vice versa. It's like, oh, okay. So I go out there, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you guys drinking?" It's like, "Oh, we're drinking iced tea and lemonade all at the same time, huh?" "Oh yeah, it's really great flavor." And it's like, "Oh, okay, let me smell them." "No." "What do you mean no?" "No." "Oh, cool. No means you get to leave then." That's exactly what no means. It's like, because looking at the so-called tea, which would look like brown alcohol to me. Usually when you kind of sweet tea around, there's a little bit of foam on top. There was no foam on top at all. So, it's like, yeah, you're not drinking tea. You still don't have your ID. Because I even mentioned it. I'm like, "Oh, you still don't have your ID, do you?" "Well, no, my purse was stolen." It's like, I'm sitting there looking at her brand new purse. It's like, well, and then she's like, "Well, nobody's got time to go to DMV, blah, blah, blah." It's like, oh, plenty of people do. Obviously, there's 2-3 hour waits in line at the DMV, so go get it. It's like, it's not that hard if you're 21 or older. So, next time she comes through, I'm going to, "Hey, guess what? Remember? Go away." But, yeah, that's pretty much been it. Otherwise, like I said, just digging this out constantly. right now, just still storing up some of this nether rack for safekeeping, for smelting, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna get lost out in here now once it's open. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. I think I'm kind of gone over my 20-minute mark. So anyways, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hopefully be back for another. Hopefully you'll enjoyed it. I'm screwing up my intro like I usually do the last couple times. But anyways, guys, you guys be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.